Well, start. Well, cricket is a game to savor, and HPL is one of the leagues like that. And here we are for one more game. Welcome to the HPL season number 15. The title sponsors, the MAMS Hospital, Day 6, Match 11, the clash between EESHA Hospitals versus the Super Titans. Dr. Thomas, the captain of the EESHA Hospitals, on to my right. Dr. Akshay, the captain of the Super Titans, and match officials on to my right side. It's the toss time, and it will be Dr. Akshay of the Super Titans who will be spinning the coin.
Heads.
Heads it is.
Heads.
And it is a heads once more. Well, Dr. Thomas winning the toss once again. What would it be?
We would like to chase first.
Well, again, contemplating upon the last loss, like what would you really wanted to correct?
Yeah, we want to correct a lot in batting. So we want to see how our batting goes when we go for chasing.
Well, very interesting is the lens that have been in the last match, the patterns you have got out. So, given a thought about that?
We have just sat down and we have just seen what else can be made and what else can we go ahead with this, and hopefully we'll be better this time comparatively than last time.
Well, what's the lineup for today? Any changes?
It's the same squad we are playing for.
Well, all the best, Dr. Thomas. Well, tough luck, Dr. Akshay, isn't it? What would you have done if you have won the toss?
We would have bat actually. We would have also bat.
Well, coming back on a fantastic win. Well, how's the mood in the dressing room?
Nothing really changed. We are coming with a couple of new affairs. So I have to see how things goes.
Well, what do you reckon of the pitch, especially during the nights? Will you think really any dew coming into the match?
I don't think so any dew would be affecting for
Well,
this match especially.
well, any changes in your lineup for today?
We got couple of changes. Giri sir is playing today, and one more is Praveen, who's making debut for us.
Well, congratulations. Well, all the best to Dr. Akshay. And that is the news from the center. It is Dr. Thomas who won the toss. And this time they'll be fielding first. And back to the commentary box. Well, good evening, everyone. Cricket is something to savor, isn't it? A beautiful game. We're already having IPL on the sidelines, which is going on there out in a different city. But here at the Vijayanand Cricket Ground, we're seeing the bonanza of the HPL, the Hospital Premier League. The doctors were entertaining us, and there you go. Well, that was in the air there. The batsman was just trying to guide it. Dr. Abi and Dr. Giri. Well, in fact, it was Dr. Giri who's into this lineup for the first time. So he'll be really wanting to hit big today. He'll be really wanting to make a difference in it. On the contrary, today, Dr. Thomas has opted to field first. Well, rightly so. What would have been... Well, how would he really... Well, how would he really judge that decision of his, isn't it? So 2 without a loss. Even in the last match, we've seen Dr. Vijay swinging the ball nicely into the batsman back of the lens. The first 2 overs, he was absolutely brilliant. And the third over, he was taken for runs. So they'll be really wanting to make a mark in this match. EESHA Hospitals. That's nicely worked away from Dr. Giri. Well, always I talk about these, both the batsmen often running, they're off the mark, the first runs. As a batsman, they're really important for you. They put you in a very, very good frame of mindset. But not seeing so much of swing at the moment. But what will ideally Dr. Vijay want to do, isn't it? He'll be really wanting to pepper that outside edge. Because in the first ball of the over, we have seen Dr. Abi is trying to guide it away. And rightly so, he has a slip in place. In fact, a third man in place. That's nicely bowled. That's really very nicely bowled. He's cramping the batsman for room. But yes, would he want the batsman to just swing through the line and go with the swing? The offside, always have a catching cover in fact in place. Have a deep cover, in place. Always a very catching option. We know on the contrary how the batsman plays really well on the up. Slightly move it more back of the lens. And can he really do that, Dr. Vijay? Well, Dr. Vijay really very tall, extracting very good bounce in the first. A very quiet over. That's nicely tucked away to the boundary there. It's a very good shot from Dr. Abi. First runs on the board. The first ball of the first over, we've not seen him control. He's nicely controlled this. Well, slightly straying down the leg side. Was Dr. Vijay on this occasion. 1 gone, 7 without a wicket. Well, 7 without a wicket away. Dr. Praveen makes his way into the bowling crease. Well, he's snapping the wrist there, Dr. Praveen. Well, 2 bowlers of very different statures, isn't it? The first bowler we have seen Dr. Vijay hitting slightly more back of the lens. This is the key attractor of him. The first 2 overs, he'll be very, very economical for you. Once the ball gets old, will be a real challenge for him. He's swinging the ball nicely away. But the last ball of the last over, how well has Dr. Abi controlled? In fact, that will be making him feel really very good. So yes, even I was asking Dr. Thomas during that toss time, and he really said, well, covering the line of the ball there, nice light played into the gap there. It's a very good shot from Dr. Giri. Well, Dr. Abhishek behind that, the fielder will cut it off. But yes, again, nicely getting onto the top of the ball, isn't it? This will be making the batsmen feel really very happy the way they've been going at the moment so far. Well, coming back, asking Dr. Thomas about that last loss and what they've been really contemplating on. It's just that. That's nicely played away. That will go for 4. This is beautiful batting from the batsman here. Dr. Giri off and running. The first time you play will make the mark that best. What a shot there. Well, again, snapping the wrist there. Again, the outswing is where you would really want to get the ball to hold its line. It's simply brilliant. It was nicely sitting for Dr. Giri to hit away, and he doesn't waste any time hitting the ball away for 4. Well, Dr. Praveen, will he really want to get the ball to hold the line, isn't it? Powerplay, he may want to maximize the opportunities. Really nicely bowled again. A very much positive, isn't it, for Dr. Giri? The way he has been batting. Again, back of the lens, again nicely behind the ball. This is what you ought to do as a batsman in the initial overs. His hands flowing really well. He's already towards the pitch of the ball there. That's drilled away straight to the field. But yes, again, coming back to that question we were asking Dr. Thomas today, what different they have done so far. So 2 gone, 14 without a wicket. Dr. Vijay will continue. But yes, what different has of the bowlers done? Well, Dr. Vijay seeing him in this form is so good, isn't it? The power play bowlers are always really very important for you. But Dr. Rabi, the way he has been controlling, especially towards the maneuvering around the third man, really very important. They'll really want to make the power play big, especially the men in green. There you go. The ball nicely holding the line in there. He's bowling nicely more back of the lens. A slightly more margin of the errors into the batsman will easily put you away. Even in the last over, in the first over, where Dr. Vijay has bowled, we've clearly seen this of how the batsman nicely tugged him away for a boundary there. We don't want to give much of a boundaries. So have a look at this. Batting first, Super Titans having a staggering record. Have all won 80% of the matches, batting first in the last 10 matches. So 194 has been that score. So they'll be aiming at a very big score here. What a shot there with a wonderful sound of the bat. That's through the field. Not good fielding that. Really good for Dr. Rabi. We've seen him control the ball so well towards the third man. But have a look at this now. Well, on to the top of the ball. He watched the ball till the last moment. And nicely played away in front, in the wee. He's off and going. And he's off and running in style. 3 boundaries already scored in between these 2 batsmen. That's the reason I say they're aiming at very big scores. Even during the pre-match practice, we have seen one of the batsmen getting some superb shots. That sound of the willow was absolutely something to savor. So this is a very good batting crowd. But yes, the bowlers, the more they are back of the lens, Dr. Vijay, nothing wrong with this ball. But again, ideally as a fielder, you really want to stop that. And Dr. Thomas, this will be a real challenge for him. Yes, we are back in action, and that's over the fielder there. Slashing at that one was Dr. Rabi. Yes, slashing at that one was Dr. Rabi there. The wicketkeeper was down on his feet. Dr. Vijay creating chances. He's standing outside the crease to negotiate that swing there. Well, that was over the slip cordon. Nothing much the fielder could do. He could only jump. But they're jumping with joy at the moment. Super Titans. They're in super touch, these 2 batsmen. There's some really very interesting insights for you, isn't it? So the EESHA hospitals, they'll really want to better that record while chasing. Only 20%. That's nicely punched away. Have a look at that. Once the batsman is in this sort of a form, running in between the wickets quite well, exactly the body behind the ball. All these shots we've seen, exactly that from the batsman, Dr. Abhishek. The way he has been hitting the ball in front. And now the way he has punched. So all the soft hands so good, the bottom hand so good. So are we seeing another versatility of Dr. Abhishek? Is he bringing his wrists into play? That's nicely cut away straight to the field. Well, Dr. Abhishek as well. Sorry, Dr. Pavan as well. In fact, he looked really good in that last match. 21 runs. There was more power out at the wrong time. So today, a lot of responsibility on his shoulders too. We are only seeing some swing for Dr. Vijay at the moment. 2 boundaries being scored in the over. They're really looking around for wicket. Will Dr. Vijay provide them with a breakthrough? That's nicely bowled. The ball swinging in. Well, safely negotiated by Dr. Giri. 3 gone, 24 for no loss. Dr. Praveen changing the angle. The batsman not changing his mood. Wrists. Absolute perfection there. This is excellent batting again towards the pitch of the ball. Dancing down the track. Well, more Robin Uthappa in that shot. Well, Robin Uthappa, we conventionally talk about him hitting down the ground. But here, more wrists. What a shot that was from Dr. Giri. In the air this time, covering the line of the ball. The fielder around that, I believe the wicket keeper. Oh, there you go. The fielder has dropped the catch. The fielder has dropped the catch. So yes, he was sighting. The ball was not visible to him. The catches win matches for you. Even in the last match, we have seen EESHA hospitals dropping very, very important catches. But yes, the batsman will be really careful, ideally, isn't it? After getting to such a good start, getting those important boundaries, you really don't want to hit and play some rash shots like this. Yes, completely losing the side of the ball in the air. Was the fielder there? A very good start. 30 runs already. Oh, nicely bowled. Really very nicely bowled. Well, some of the predominant lines, once the bowler is just going round the wicket, he'll try to be more wider of the off stump, try to be on the top of the middle and off. It'll be really very interesting if he'll want to have a fielder back, square of the wicket, and wanting to bowl the fuller lengths. And just now, as we have clearly seen, Dr. Giri using the wrists. Can he just get the batsman out like that? But yes, Dr. Abhi is going in a wonderful fashion. 15 in 8. Both the batsmen complementing each other really, really very well. 2 changes in the lineup for you. So as we were really talking about this ground, 241. Have a look at how good and how favorable this cricket ground is for you, Vijayanand. It's just in the name. The ones who are hitting sixes will always be very happy on this ground. So wicket split, 22%. In the last match we have seen 24%. The wicket split for the spinners. That's in the air. They're higher on the bat. Straight to Dr. Thomas. In fact, on the back of the mind, have they dropped an important catch? Time will only tell. 4 gone, 32 without a wicket. So 32 without loss after 4. So have a look at the match split, the last results. Super Titans back-to-back wins for them. So interesting inference Dr. Akshay has provided us that nothing has changed in the last few matches for them. So that's a real good spirit. He has been an absolute cool head. Just sticking to be on the ground. They just say, isn't it? Again beating the EESHA Diagnostics in the last match. It was a very close one by 11 runs. In fact, what a huge chase that we almost went down the wire. 244 was scored by the same team and 233. Well, will be really interesting having a look at back that scorecard. 244 is not an ordinary score. Super Titans, simply something to savor, isn't it? Well, Javed was in fantastic touch in that match. Well, Dr. Rabi was out in the single digits. Will be really relinquishing the way he has been batting so far. He has gone into the double digits, but the captain himself would want to get off the mark today. That's nicely played, wonderfully timed on the up. This is poor bowling from the bowler. Rich batting from the fielder. Well, his rich vein of form continues. As I was really discussing in the last over. Well, dropping this man. Tied in, tied out. It would only be told once the match is in progress. Well, nicely drilled away on the front foot. Well, good stride, nicely leaning back, full swing of the bat and a full face shown there. Dr. Giri is in simply brilliant touch. A good yorker there, a very good yorker from the bowler. This is how the bowler marks his comeback. What a fantastic ball that was, but yes, what a good shot that was, the last one. Dr. Giri, very nice, very tall, reached towards the pitch of the ball. Well, he's maximizing opportunities, isn't he? Even if the bowler is bowling round the wicket and over the wicket, he's able to see what the bowler is delivering. Oh, on the up, what a shot there. He just stood there. Well, in fact, that's only a single. Well, what a shot that one. The last one was just an entertainer. It was a fantastic shot from the batsman. A good stride into the shot. Just playing a full lofted extra cover drive. Simply brilliant to watch. Well, both these batsmen going really well. Well, very sensible. Well, Samit, after being even gone for that boundary, couple of dot balls in the over. 5 gone, 38 without a wicket. We're back on air. 38 without a wicket. Dr. Giri already dropped and he's just showing. He's just a class apart. 20 runs already. We're not seeing much swing. He's played really very well. Well, one catch proves to be very, very costly, isn't it? Well, the claps go on, the cries go on. It's a cheer for the batsman. Dr. Giri, as I was really telling, a class apart, this man is not leaving any bowler. Well, Dr. Sandeep really getting that pace from the jump. Again, covering the line of the ball, this man. It has been so impressive. Covering that full stumps. Is really getting him that access. So the score has reached 42 already. Now have a look at that. Before the bowler delivers, he's exactly covering the stumps, which is really very, very important. Now on the bowler on the hindsight, should he really understand try bowling full. What are the nuances as a bowler? You should try to understand now. So once the catches are being dropped, well, already 2 boundaries scored. So it's very really impressive stats these as far as the Titans are concerned. 244 in that last match where they've had a really tight grip. 11 runs that the Diagnostics have beaten them. In fact, they have beaten Diagnostics. But have a look at this score, 263. But on the contrary, even getting this sort of score, wide down the leg side, even getting these sort of scores is not safe at Vijayanand, because we know this ground is slightly more a smaller ground and the ball will come very much onto the bat and it's a batsman's wicket. But yes, they do impress. They do impress this team, isn't it? 244, 263. Well, are they getting any other big score like this? 183 as well. So that has been the ball swinging in the air this time. Really good bowling from Sandeep. But yes, they've been really capitalizing. Even in that last over, we've seen the bowler, even after going for boundaries, has only conceded 7. But yes, a very good start this. Personally, for Dr. Abhi as well. 18 and 13, Dr. Giri making his first comeback into the match. Again, once you're replacing someone, it's on you, shouldering that responsibility. Oh, the ball swinging, that's again a wide down the leg side there. But yes, the discipline has to be shown from the bowlers today. The extras will really make you pay. At the moment, these two batsmen enjoying out there. The highlights so far, they've been good number of boundaries. In fact, 7 boundaries. The boundary percentage at the moment very rich. Oh, sound of the bat. Just stay there and watch this man hit some wonderful shots. This is a great shot from Dr. Giri. Well, it's all in the name. It is so full this time. With that, the 50-run partnership is up. Again, not much of a swing. It was in his arc. So yes, tall man, this man. Well, 12 runs being scored after he was dropped. What a fine half-century partnership this between these two. Well compiled. They've risen and the boundary percentage very rich. Well, expensive over from Dr. Sandeep. 6 gone. A score exactly 50 without a wicket. We are done with the power play. Sumit is the new man into the bowling crease. 6 gone, 50 without loss. What a very fine opening partnership this. Especially of Dr. Abhi. After not scoring any runs, this is a very good knock for him. This will really relish. And he would really want to take this innings forward. But yes, as I was really talking, the boundary percentage very rich. Out of the 50 runs, 32 runs have been coming in form of boundaries. But Dr. Giri looking very versatile. 29 in 23 has played really very sensibly, this man. Sumit 24 runs, and that's nicely turned away, in fact straight to the fielder. But yes, now the EESHA Hospital's bowlers would really want to capitalize from here. The last over he was really good, Sumit, even after going to that boundary. So yes, you as a bowler should definitely observe what lengths you're predominantly going to bowl. And yes, they'll be really wanting to take the phases, and now they're into the consolidation phase. And that's a wide there. Would you want to bowl more closer to the off stump? Yes, that's dropped from the wicket keeper there. It will be really interesting how Dr. Giri's form has been in the last few matches. So yes, 43 in 36. So averaging very rich, Dr. Giri. So on the hindsight, have a look at the strike rate, 160, and he's not been out. 75, 76. And that's the reason he's been playing really very sensibly, rolling that wrist, drilling the ball down the ground. And this is the reason I say the stats are being very, very important these days. And all in all, very much appreciation for the Crick Heroes. The way they have made this platform really very dynamic, because in the past we used to, if we really want to go towards the insights of the batsman, we really had to go into the squads. So now it's a very much easier task, where everyone can have anything done and can read out anything very nicely. But 43 in 26 against the Igniters, 25 in 11. He has been in really brutal form. So but brutal score, 25 in 11, just shows. And if the opening batsman just playing like this just tells you a lot about him. So 75 in 43, 76 in 58. He knows to control. He's a very radical batsman, this man. Oh, what a sound of the bat there. Well, in fact, one bounce for meat of the bat, and he is not leaving. He is not leaving it for you. What a shot there. Well, everyone is enjoying that shot. This is outstanding batting from Dr. Abhi too. He'll not leave. He'll not leave at any cost. Well, why should he, isn't it? The sound of the bat is just being heard till here. It shows in what kind of form Dr. Abhi is in. Oh, what a shot down the ground. What a shot down the ground. Full phase of the bat. The presentation is just a class apart from these two batsmen. Just playing exactly towards the pitch of the ball. How the bowler is delivering, just they're playing exactly like that. The presentation has been absolutely top class. Derive a lot of insights from this partnership. Back of the length. Back of the length. Will be really interesting if there would always be a third man slightly more towards a gully position. So that's the end of 7:58 without a wicket. The partnership progressing very nicely for the Super Titans. That's good fielding. That's really good fielding there. So maneuvering around the field is very important. So averaging 50, this man, 252 runs. In fact, one of the only batsmen we have seen so far with over 250 runs in the last few matches. Just tells a load and load about this man, Dr. Giri. Well, Dr. Thomas, a very experienced man. He's out there, 130 matches, 130 wickets. So have a look at this. Against pace, he's a very dangerous batsman. His overall strike rate, in fact, in the last few matches where he has got 252, 205 runs are against pace. So just tell you the way he's played. So 36 boundaries which have been scored in pace. And in fact, he has been out to the pace quite a while as well. That's drilled down the ground. The fielder will just cover it, will cut it off. That was struck powerfully. Good fielding from Dr. Vijay there. Well, have a look at this. 36 boundaries, 6 fours, and in fact 4 times has been out to pace. The spin, that strike rate really dips. We know all these spinners being very miserly. Good bowling from Dr. Thomas so far. Bowling it nicely above the island. The batsman making room there. Will be really interesting, this contest. Dr. Thomas versus Dr. Giri, 31 in 27. He has been really maneuvering the ball really well. The last over we've seen him get that outside edge. He's just making that room. Would Dr. Thomas want to attack the stumps? Again, you as a bowler, you'll really not want to give the single, especially if the batsman is really making room like this. A really different context, the way Dr. Giri has been batting. He is covering the line of the ball when the pacers were bowling. And for the spinners, he's just making room again exactly to play shots very freely and flexibly on the offside. So his flexibility as well being very shown at the moment. Dr. Abhi, 25 in 19. He's attacking the stumps. He'll definitely not get a lot of turn on this pitch. That's through the fielder there. In fact, Dr. Pawan being very busy, will cut it off straight to the fielder. So the average of this man has been very healthy. We'll talk about that. Dr. Giri A misery oval this from Dr. Thomas. He has bowled really well, mixing up the lengths in the over. 8 gone, 63 without a wicket. Back on air. Sri is into the is a new bowler. Is into the attack. 71 matches, 41 wickets. He would really wanting to be concentrating on that economy, isn't it? But yes, Dr. Giri, hashtag. As we're really discussing the way he has been batting, that approach has been really unique for the spinners, for the pacers. He's been batting at a very, very different level. But yes, Dr. Rabi batting very sensibly, 26 in 21. On the hindsight, would he really want to go for boundaries? How would his approach be? Would he want to attack Sri? But Sri, what are his field sets? The fielder, bang square on the leg side. What would the lens be? Would the lens be back of the length? He slashes at that one. That's gone through the field for 4. Yes, indeed. This is wonderful batting from Dr. Rabi. Just throwing his hands. But he's played nicely on the up. That width was there from Sri there. So yes, we were talking about him bowling slightly more back of the length. Again, width. The batsman will punish you whenever you're giving him width like that. That's gone for 4 more. Well, they really want to break this partnership. Super Titans progressing very nicely. Now, who would it be getting those wickets? The wicket at the moment is very ideal. The boundary frequency has been really very sharp for this team. In fact, they have only taken 4 balls for a boundary. So, just tells you how what the boundary frequency has been. Well, a unique approach, as I was really talking about Dr. Rabi. The way he has been crouching, exactly bending on those legs. And the ball is, and in fact that bat swing, have a look at that, a very good high backlift which is coming exactly from the middle stump. And as a result of that, if the bat swing is coming very straight, dead straight, he's able to meet the ball exactly. Very, very nicely there. So crouching, a very different approach. Now we are seeing Dr. Giri standing very upright, in fact, very tall man. This man crouching, and in fact we see this stance for spinners. He's already dances down the track again, using that wrists very nicely straight to the fielder there. They've been running. Oh, that's an overthrow there. Would they want to run? Yes, they run 2. 16 already on the board, 8.4 overs. But yet that current run rate, have an eye on that. Would they really want to increase? Time will only tell. Now, will this be a slight more opening for the EESHA hospital bowlers? Well, even though they have been going for runs, the runs have been just being considered in the single digits apart from the last over, which went for 12. Well, see, have a look at that. He's just exactly falling off. Delivering the ball. Falling off at the release point. So, very, very important, keeping that body straight. Because again, when you're falling off exactly at the stride, again, a lot of weight on that core for you. So the more you bowl, the more important is the stride, the more important is the alignment. Well, he's running in straight. Have a look at that. The way he's just bending extra. And as a result, there is that much more pressure on the core. 9 gone, 71 without a wicket. So back on air, 9 gone, 72 for no loss. Again coming back to that action of Sri. Again he's running in nicely, very nicely there. Again long strides. But yes, as you see, before him delivering the ball, he's exactly bending, and as a result of that, there is a lot of pressure on that core and on the legs too. So very important not injuring himself. So slow there, and that's a very good Yorker, and nicely drilled out. And have a look at the advantage of having a very upright stance. Just getting into the position nicely into the line of the ball. So as I was talking about this man's strike rate, it's over 169 for pace. So a pretty healthy average when he's batting against pace. So 35 in 31, Dr. Giri. So we have almost seen boundary in every over. That's nicely played. That's over cover there. That's over cover. The fielder, Dr. Pavan, being kept very, very busy. In fact, from point to till that sweeper and deep cover, he's being kept very, very busy, and he's been running nicely along. 75 without a wicket, the Titans. Now have a look at this. The boundary frequency will increase for you, and there have been no boundaries in the last 9 balls. That's a wide down the leg side there. One of the other advantages of covering the line. Well, Dr. Praveen would not stop that. That is gone for 4. That is gone for 4. Well, commentator, what are you discussing about the boundary frequency, isn't it? It's 6 balls now, and yet they score a boundary. 5 runs added to the tally. They'll be really happy. The Super Titans, as the score just comes down to the 80s. Well, nothing being considered there by the umpire. An appeal, I believe that might have... Well, another disadvantage of coming into the line of the stumps once the ball is more towards the pads. Just trying to play across and just flick it away, which has been the Dr. Giri's strength. Both batsmen maneuvering very, very nicely. Ramesh, he has been so good at the moment. But all these bowlers conceding runs in single digits. Well, Ramesh, 3 wickets, in fact. And that's nicely played away. Dr. Pavan again will... Yes, he's being kept super busy. He's being absolutely kept very busy, and he's been responding quite nicely there. Look at how much amount of work he had to do. And another overthrow. The batsman said no there. Last over given only one, in fact, only 1 over, and he has taken a wicket, Ramesh. So aspirant, says Crick Heroes, this man. So will this man be the aspirant of getting wickets for the team? So is that the end of 10? We are halfway through. An impressive over rate that the EESHA hospitals are maintaining. And somewhere very much closer to 36 minutes, we are already done with 10 overs. In fact, 40 minutes, 60 balls are over. So halfway through, 82 without loss, the players will take drinks. 95 without a wicket, though some runs being conceded by Dr. Thomas the last time. Yes, he's exactly making us remember of of Praveen Thambe there. A good high arm action Praveen Thambe has got. It'll be really very interesting. Every ball coming from the meat of the bag. Dr. Giri, in just a blink of an eye, has already reached 49 in 39. What a good innings it has been. Very mesmerizing to watch. Very pleasing on the eye. He's already made room. And is that going towards the boundary now? Dr. Pawan. Well, he has been the most busiest on the field today. What a fine half century this from Dr. Giri. Simply brilliant. He's just continuing on his form. Well, over 300 runs in the last 6 matches. And that healthy average continues for him. He's riding on a merry way, this man. Very close to his stumps and appeal very close to the outside edge. There should be more number of balls being delivered like this. What a fine half century this man has been. He has been very versatile, getting into the line of the ball, taking room, making room for the stumps, accessing the offside, accessing the leg side. Has got very good wrists. So 15-40 has been absolutely controlled and sensational to watch. This is on the up. This is gone, the first wicket. Dr. Thomas, in the last match, you've seen him drop catch. And this time he's taken the catch. It's a very, very good wicket of Dr. Abi. These were just blazing away. Have a look at the partnership. It's a very, very detailed partnership they've had. 97 runs. And it's a huge break that EESHA hospitals could have asked for. What a wicket. The captain getting the captain. Well, will the tides turn? Next. Time will only tell. But again, 99 out of 100 times, Dr. Abi would just have wanted to clear the field. But a very fine catch at the Kawa. In fact, a very, very important catch. What could you have asked for? Well, in fact, Dr. Praveen would have been very, very lucky because this was a short ball. Well, have a look at that. This was a short ball. Well, that would have been in the zone. That would have gone for 4. But not to be today. It was a bowler's day and always the luck rides two-way. 97 for 1. The first breakthrough in form of Dr. Abi. He's gone for 37. The positive thing is that, again, in fact, we just talk about Ben Fowkes like this. With just a minimum stride. And again, having a minimum stride always negotiates those no balls. The threat of the no balls is very minimal, and with the Dr. Praveen bowling, there is always a less threat of no balls. Has been very, very economical, Dr. Praveen. 2.5, 1 for 18. The last over going over 10, and this time consolidating back. New batsman into the batting crease, Akshay. In fact, Dr. Akshay making his way to the crease. In fact, sorry, I apologize. This man is the captain. He's nicely driven it away and is off and running too. He's off the mark. 12 gone, 98 for 1. A successful over from Dr. Praveen comes to an end. A wicket of Dr. Abi in the over. Well, the 100 is up. Dr. Thomas being very miserly. He's exactly bowling like Praveen Tambe. That's nicely struck. That's nicely struck. That's gone for 4. That's gone for 4. The captain is being in very rich vein of form. Well, could you have asked for better? One partnership is just blazing. This time slips. The ball slips. The ball turns away. Well, this man even now emulate. Yes, this man exactly bowling like Steven Smith now. Well, Dr. Thomas has everything, isn't it? He can bowl like Praveen Tambe. He can bowl like Steven Smith. Well, versatility in the way he's bowling, but he's been bowling short. Oh, nicely flighted it away. Well, Praveen Tambe exactly does this as well. 106 for 1. But it was absolutely sitting for Dr. Akshay to be hit. The captain couldn't have asked for better. Have a look at this. 68% of the runs in form of boundaries come at this venue. Just tells what sort of a boundary hitting ground this boundary is. Nicely bowled. Again, very nicely bowled. Have a look at the control that Dr. Thomas is just getting for you. He's just using his height, just bowling more closer to the stumps, keeping the batsman on the back foot. And again, that front foot, as I was really talking, is very, very important key attractor of any bowler, which again stabilizes which stabilizes the bowler, and in fact it gives him a lot of balance. And Dr. Thomas is exactly doing that, again coming from sidelines of the umpire. Have a look at that. Have a look at the way he's completing his action. That front foot has been a very much key, which is giving him. He's planting that front foot and completing off the action with the back foot. So stride, very good for Dr. Thomas. All that weight transfer is so good for him as a spinner. So 3 gone. In fact, 3 overs, none for 27. He is considered the last 2 overs have been the scoring overs for Dr. Thomas. 13 gone. 109 for 1. Well, 13 gone. 109 for 1. Again, coming back to that squad. So Dr. Suhas, in fact, he was the opener in the last match. Be really very, very important. Vijay again. Vijay, Vishwateja, all these players, Samit, all key wicket takers for the team. Will be really interesting how is the captain going to use his bowlers up his sleeve at the moment. So it is just Dr. Giri, in fact, who's just made his way, but Dr. Akshay has been not in good form. That's leaning into that's again poor fielding there. That is gone for 4. That is gone for 4. The way he has been using his hands is absolute perfect. Again making room. The batsman just makes room and again dances down the track, just a shimmy. And Wade went away to the boundary for 4. What a shot that was. Minimum of an effort, a maximum of results. The fielding should be something which has to be really correct. Already 3 misfields in the innings, affecting in boundaries. What a shot again, covering the line of the ball this time. Oh, can't get better. Can't get better at all. It's great batting from Dr. Giri himself. Well, if one can make room and play like that, cover the line of the ball, he has been so key. He has been just watching like a hawk. Look at the way he has been using the crease. We normally talk about the batsman using the depth of the crease for hitting sixes. But this man has been moving around the crease, outside the crease, and maneuvering the field to absolute perfection. Dr. Sandeep is under pressure at the moment. 2 back-to-back boundaries. What are the lengths is he going to bowl? Bowl it wider outside the off stump as a plan. He'll be hit for boundaries. Leg side, the batsman covers the line and hits it for 4. The wicket keeper down and slow and even more artistic. Even more artistic from Dr. Giri. It's just the artist in the making. It's just mastery of shots. It's glorious batting from Dr. Giri. I'll have a look at the bat speed. Have a look at the bat flow. It's just like the river flowing with ease. The runs are flowing from the bat of Dr. Giri at the rate of knots. 69 in 47. What a shot that was. This time it was slower. It was even more wider of the arc. He had to make sure that he reached towards the pitch of the ball. Wicket keeper, even if you come forward and restrict me moving around the crease. I have my hands. And in fact, it's just a classic technique that Dr. Giri is exhibiting at the moment. An exhibition of shots. 3 back-to-back boundaries. And they are already looking in a very good touch. In fact, 180 the projected score. Already towards the pitch of our ball. This time edged. Will the fielder take it? No man's land. Well, it was a tough cry. Oh, well. You couldn't have asked for better, isn't it? Sandeep proving to be really expensive in the over. The first ball of the over, we have seen him just cover. We have just seen the batsman give the room and play more towards the offside. Then he covered the line of the stumps. Just showed the versatility. So going at a wild hike, Dr. Akshay losing his concentration. But have a look at... Oh! He wasn't losing his concentration! And again, the ball swooping down there. These catches are very, very difficult to take. Again, just the bottom of the bat. Couldn't time the ball really well, Dr. Akshay. Well, trying to just play the cross-batted shot, the last one. This time hiking. Really very, very lucky. It not going to the hands of the fielder. And very, very difficult chances these. In fact, 3 boundaries. Wonderful boundaries in the over from Dr. Giri. Just showing his versatility. Have a look at that. He was dropped on 24, mind you. 46 runs were scored after him being dropped. So yes, as we were really talking, this boundary is a very good frequent boundary hitting ground. In fact 70% of the runs come in form of boundaries. It will be really very interesting how many runs have been scored in form of boundaries so far. So 16 boundaries have been scored ideally in this match. So 14 gone, 123 for none. In fact 56 runs, so just tells you more than 50% of the runs which have been scored in form of boundaries, and 11 flowing from the bat of Dr. Giri. Bottom of the bat, and have a look at Dr. Akshay stands the captain. If you're clearly observing that back leg of his, it's slightly more braced. It is more towards the fine leg. Well, if it is more towards the covers and the point, it will be really good. Again, it will really help his balance, and it will be really helping his bat flow as well. But what is the score they'll be aiming at? 175 at the moment. Is looking very, very bright. Dancing down the track, very clever from Sri here. Well, this match going on in a very good pace. EESHA Hospitals winning the toss, opting to bowl first. So the fast bowlers are just built different, isn't it? It's just that story of Praful Hinge. It's just a fantastic story this man has. It way back in 2021, he was just playing in those local matches, and now he's playing for the IPL. That's how you're relishing your dreams. Very, very proud for Hyderabad, because till now SRH has not got a win, and suddenly on the hindsight SRH has got a win. Have a look at his figures. Leather ball. The bowling stats are absolutely staggering to watch. So 44 matches, 43 wickets. So Crick Heroes has everything for you, and in fact it has been displayed in Ahmedabad as well once. It has risen a very grand reception. So for the grassroots cricketers, an absolutely perfect platform. It has given employment to so many streamers like me, so many streamers like Sham, so many commentators like me. I'm always grateful being here. That's nicely played. That's again lofted away straight. Well, in fact, the ball loves to be with Dr. Pavan once more. 125 for 1. But yes, the boundary restriction should be on right now. The more and more they'll concede the boundaries less, the more and more it will be very important for the team. But yes, they're chasing, in fact, the pressure of the chase. Well, Dr. Thomas himself knows what is the pressure of the chase. Have a look at that. This is where even Steve Smith manufactures shots from. Almost walked even wider of the off stump. This is how Steve Smith hit Wahab Riaz once in World Cups. The score is 126, in fact 127 for 1 after 15. Dr. Akshay, some point to prove for this man. Well, Praful Hinge, there has been a just story written for him. I often forget about how hard he has worked in the grassroots. Fast bowlers are just made difference, and today all the fast bowlers were just made different, isn't it? In fact, the batsmen made them look different. Dr. Giri, they were absolutely super tough. He has done absolute on his Ranji debut. This man has picked 4 wickets for Vidarbha. A very consistent performance. And again, even after an injury, he hasn't given up. That is what you ought to do as an individual. Never give up at any stage. Now, EESHA Hospitals is not giving up at any stage. So is Dr. Akshay. That's gone away for 4. Today, the bat swing has been so good to watch. Well, in fact, who is it? He is in fact Dr. Giri. Well, he's on the verge of scoring an excellent 100. Sorry, it is Dr. Akshay himself. Well, again, corrections, beg your pardon. Dr. Giri it is. He's ensuring that the team maintains a very healthy run rate. There you go. Well, really very important. Is a bowler going to change his lines here? The more and more he's wider of the there you go, the wicketkeeper telling him something. Just bowl it there. Just make the batsman get him false contact. Just telling the wicket keeper to the bowler here. The bowler on the hindsight, what is he going to do? Sahith, he's swinging the ball outside the off term. It has been one of Dr. Giri's strength. Oh, again, that's banged away to down the ground. Have a look at how good the bottom hand is. So powerful this man has. A strike rate just telling. Well, in fact, it will be really interesting going towards the leaderboard. The Super Titans are 132 for 1. They really have even wickets at the back end. They're known for scoring very big scores. Have a look at the table. And match number 11 between these two teams, and that's broken through. That's a big wicket. As we were really discussing about Praful Hinge not giving up. It's Dr. Sahith who has not been giving up. Sorry, the Samit not being giving up. Oh, what a sight for the fast bowler. Just an ideal time before Samit gets a wicket. But is this the ideal breakthrough that Samit was wanting? Yes, he'll be really disappointed again. His poor form continues with the bat. Well, the jump he's getting, have a look at that. That's nicely bowled again, just trying to work it away. He was pumped up. Well, some exchange of words there between Dr. Akshay and Samit. Well, you want to have this in cricket, isn't it? Words of exchange and redemption for this man. A very important wicket, 132 for 2. Well, just bid him bye-bye. He was absolutely furious. Again, just trying to work away. Absolutely, yes, he was pumped up, and there you go. There's some exchange between the words. Well, you cannot breach. You cannot breach in a game of cricket, isn't it? You cannot breach the rules. But that's what cricket is all about. We've seen the batsman in form, the batsman hitting it to all the parts of the ground. If the bowlers are bowling just like the back of the length, in the last match we've seen, once the bowlers are bowling back of the length, how in fact, one bowler has had a hat-trick to his name as well. 6 wickets in that match. It has been a fantastic spell. So second wicket for the Super Titans goes down. It's Dr. Akshay who's gone for 3. What a sight for Samit. In fact, after going for a boundary of the first ball, he immediately bounces back. It really tells you what he's made of. 2.4, none, 1 for 20. Another economical bowler after Praveen has been bowling really well. Has understood what to bowl. This is what you see from the bowlers. Bowling it straight and not giving the batsman anything to play with. That's nicely played away. So Fahad, who makes his way to the batting crease right now. Impressive record for Fahad. 275 matches, loads of experience, and have a look at the strike rate, 187. An ideal time where he'll want to come and blast off. Sage state for this man. Oh, that's blasted away down the ground. Well, Dr. Giri likes that. Likes the phrase used, Dr. Giri. He is absolutely maneuvering very nicely. The progress has been superb. Moves on to 79 with that single. So 134 for 2 after 16, and we are into the launch. Well, Yorker very well negotiated again. Almost bowling it to the 4th stump, this man. Covering the line of the ball even at the 4th stump. Well, Fahad, the key is a bowler the last over. Samit, 3 overs, 1 for 22. The jump of him is really being very well here. The more and more he's bowling closer to the stumps. Well, even if you have a very good jump, it helps you in your momentum, building up that momentum initially. And as a result, if you're jumping on the right spot, and the weight transfer going on to the front foot, absolutely perfect. And for this man, it's just that the way he has been just falling over Well, falling over is not a problem. But Fahad gets a boundary. A very important boundary for Fahad and team. Well, progress has been rich. Rich vein of form from the batsmen continue. Well, they're covering the line of the stumps. Again, the trigger movement is what we talk about. So important. And Fahad just drilled it away for 4. What a nice shot there. On the bounce. This is terrific batting from Fahad. Well, anything over 170 always will be very difficult to chase, because in fact in the last match the team has not even scored 100. So very important for them to restrict to as much less as possible. Well, they have to really get Dr. Giri out. Well, 6 in 3, even Fahad is blazing away. 8,758 runs just tells you what kind of a batsman this man is. You can never count out the hitters. So yes, Fahad, the destroyer. 52 in fact in the last match, 153 runs, a very good average. But yes, that career average and the average in the last few matches, 137. So not doing justice in the last few matches, a strike rate. But yes, 47 in 33, 39 in 21. So yes, the batsmen having different challenges, different modes of the game. What is this mode of the game demanding from him? That's nicely smacked away. Straight to the fielder. They'll not want to just idly give away runs like this. He'll really want to field well, especially in the last few overs. There is a very reasonably good over from Sri. Well, third bowler in a row has been bowling quite economically. 142 for 2. Has moved into the 80s, Dr. Giri. What an innings it has been. The way he has paced these innings has been superb. As again covering the line of the ball. That's gone for 4. That's gone for 4 again. Look at from where he has received. Look at where he has covered the line of the ball there. 4th stump. This is peaching stuff. This is Steve Smith exactly in operation for you. He loves playing it leg side. He loves playing leg side. He's in devastating touch, Dr. Giri. 146 for 2 after 17. Well, hitting the ball from the 4th stump. Wow, what a shot it is. Well, in fact, it would have been that line will be a very important line for the bowler if he is wanting to just make the batsman play up to more on the outside edge. But Dr. Giri said he just had the other ideas, and his teammate just sitting on the sidelines. They're enjoying this man's knock, isn't it? Superb stuff from Dr. Giri. Has made everyone entertaining. Well, so leg side dominant this man has. Almost more than 60% of his runs have come playing on the leg side. So Dr. Vijay is into the bowling crease. He's into the 17th over. Now he'll not get as much shape as he's really expecting. I was really talking back then. I was really talking not to drop any of the catches. Do not want to give any extra runs, because as well the runs are flowing from the bat. So 148 for 2. The projected very healthy. But yet, if they are exactly wanting to score more, so 30 runs it will be. So 10 and over from here. What a shot once more. Crisp sound of the bat. That is gone away for a boundary. Well, not even Dr. Pawan was being so busy in the field. Would want to stop that. Onside, offside. You talk about whatever class. This man has been all class written apart. This is superb shot. The way he has been reaching towards the ball, charging. That has been just the different attractor of the follow through, tremendous. In fact, straight to the fielder this time. Well, in fact, this is the 10th time that the ball has gone to Dr. Pawan, but the 150 has raised with that boundary. What a shot. This is terrific batting. Absolutely terrific batting. Monumental stuff. Well, one batsman can just bat like this, coming down to the pitch of the ball. He has absolutely solidified himself in the crease. That's nicely played away. Well, If one batsman is anchoring the innings like this, is always a boon for Fahad, who's a natural hitter himself. He can just announce himself at the center stage. We're really waiting for his entertainment. But the entertainment has been coming from all along the other man. Remember, he was dropped on 24. He's on the verge of scoring an excellent 100. This will be the second. That's nicely turned away. Those wrists have been perfect. Perfect placement. That's gone for 4. The second stage has been absolutely brilliant. 50 he got in 40 balls. Now just have a look at the way. 43 runs in the last 20 balls. Superb to watch. The strike rate is over 240. And look at the way in how many phases he has got boundaries. 14 boundaries. So it's been very risk-free cricket. Oh, the helicopter once more. We normally see Dhoni playing the helicopter down the ground when the ball is full. But this man loves to play the helicopter even back of the length. Oh, what an innings from Dr. Giri it has been. He has quietly entered the 90s, 1961. The second phase we always talk about is so special. Once a batsman ideally settled, he'll just play and smash the shots like this. Yes, what a shot. Yes, he enjoyed it. He loved it. The teammates sitting here loved it. And so do we. He backs a punch in his shots. What a shot from Fahad. It's a superb shot from Fahad. In fact it is Doc. Well, what a strike from Fahad. Strong. And announcing himself, this was a perfect platform set for him. Wow. Look at that. Look at the backlift. A high backlift into the shot. The replays. The slow-mos. Absolutely terrific to watch. This is sport at its very best. You can't ask for better. 163 for 2 after 18. Back 17 runs being scored in the over from Dr. Vijay. Another expensive spell for Dr. Vijay has been some jinx which he has to break. The first 2 overs we see him swinging the ball very much controlled. But after that, even in the last match where we have seen him defending totals, Dr. Vijay was hit for runs. Last time as well, he was none for 34. Same like the last match, this match too. So bowling more towards the batsman's strength. And the way they have been just using the crease, moving around the crease, quite brilliant. It's just a lesson for the youngsters on how exactly you can play as a batsman. The projected score is over 180. This dance down the wicket. He's danced down the wicket again. He's knowing the fielders where they are. The fielders where once you know in which area the fielders are, you can just hit boundaries like this. Another whisker from the bat. Dancing down the track. Wrists perfect. Shot picture perfect. And who could it be? Dr. Giri once more. 16th boundary in the over. In fact, in the innings. He's moved on to 98 with that. Well, he has written his tale at Vijay Anand. Have a look at that. Have a look at how he has made room. This is a power-packed 100. Well, Dr. Giri, please raise that bat of yours. What a classic 100 it has been. Well, he realized that he has gone to 100. Well, he has not acknowledged yet. Well, talk about this. Onside, offside, wrists. This has been versatility at its very best. The second 100, in fact, the second 50, coming in just 24 balls. Take a bow, Dr. Giri. Well, once more reaching for that. That is what the batsman with the height. First time in a while that's a dot ball. And even hitting Praveen, who has been so economical, is not so easy. This is peaching stuff from Dr. Giri. Splendid batting from him. It has been an absolute innings of class. punched. And in fact, Dr. Vijay takes the catch. But what an innings. What an innings from Dr. Giri. It has been a sensational innings. Everyone will remember. This man has been, it's been just hats off the way he has played. His versatility at its very best. Well, everyone will acknowledge. He signs off on a brilliant note. We'll take a bow, Dr. Giri. Yes, everyone will acknowledge this innings has been a very special knock from a very special player. Well, has not seen any batsman just dance down the wicket. Has not seen any batsman just picking the ball so precisely. Yes, now all the hands go on. He's gone for a well-deserved, well-made 102. That man is a proud man. He'll receive a standing ovation. Dr. Vijay completing the catch. 171 for 3. Well, the downfall of Dr. Giri brings in another batsman into the batting crease. Well, are they crossing 180? Now it is time for very economical bowling. Almost a wicket there. What an innings. He has been all a class apart. 16, in fact 17 boundaries he has hit. The way he has been covering the line of the ball. Well, we talk about conventionally Robin Uthappa, who smashes the ball down the ground, hitting some handsome sixes. But he has hit handsome boundaries. The wrists absolutely perfect. Now bowling it full. Bowling it absolutely full. Very good bowling from Dr. Praveen. He signs off on a very good note. Dr. Praveen has been the pick of the bowlers for the team. 4 overs, 1 for 27 he signs off with. So 19 gone, 100 and... So 19 gone, 171 for 3. So more than 10 overs. In fact, more than 50%. In fact, 51% have been played. Oh, rise, cry, that's 6. What a hit. What a way to start the over. This is impressive batting from Fahad. Well, hitting can't be so good, isn't it? It's so pleasing to the eye. We've seen one batsman hit some flawless hitting with the wrists. Look at the extension of the arms. The way it sailed into the crowd. What a magnificent shot from Dr. Fahad. Yes, full extension of the arms. The replays have been absolutely brilliant to watch. That's in the air there. That's in the air. I believe this will be taken. Yes. Today the catching has been impressive from EESHA hospitals. Certainly an area where they have improved. But an important wicket of Fahad coming to an end. It's a very big wicket that they would have wanted because the over started with a 6. Well, he strikes at the rate of knots. And that's a big wicket. A full extension of the arms. What a shot, the first one. But immediately the bowler has the last laugh. He immediately bounces back with a wicket. So Dr. Fahad just goes off on a blazing note. He's gone for 12. It's 177 for 3. 177 for 4. Again trying to hit big there. Again take the bat, taking the edge. And straight to the fielder. They'll be really proud of themselves, the EESHA hospitals. In fact, the last match is where they've really dropped some important cash. Even in this match, they've dropped a very important catch. Already paid a huge price for that. But they are ensuring that price would not be even more. But have a look at the priced scalp. Now, how many runs is this making a huge difference? They would ideally want the team to get restricted over at least under 185. We know that what has happened in the last match. The match almost going haywire. It was a nerve-wracking match. Almost a wicket there. Almost a wicket there. Empire indicates buys, but back of the length. This being the strength of the bowlers. But once you're channeling it more to the stumps, always a chance of getting wickets. Easy attacking the stumps from here. Samit has been very impressive, especially his jump. Young man has led. That's in the air. What a strike. What a strike there. What a strike. That will go for... No! Well, that could have been taken. That could have been taken. Every single very important at the moment. What a comeback it has been from Samit. Even in fact, I believe in his first over where he went for boundary, he immediately bounced back in that over to conceding only 5 of the over. This too, in this over as well, he went for 6, bounces back with wickets. Is he attacking the stumps, this man? But bowling it wider of the stumps. Really good bowling, asking the batsman to manufacture power. Good throw from the deep. Really good running from the batsman. Really ensuring they want to accumulate as many runs as possible. So I believe this is the last ball of the innings. Last ball of the innings coming up. Samit deliver a wicket. Cramping the batsman for room there. So all have been back of the length. Very productive from Samit. The last few balls. Surprise scalps in the last few overs, ensuring the team has just got over 181. This is super innings from Super Titans. What a 100 it has been from Dr. Giri. 102 in 64. We'll discuss about that after a very short break. Don't go away. It will be 180. In fact, a tough chase ahead for the EESHA hospitals. Can they do it? 182 in 20. And we'll come back in a jiffy with the chase. Don't go away. In fact, 184 they require. We'll come back with the chase in a jiffy. We're back on air. Again, making room, thrashing it away on the offside. That is great batting this over the field. It's simply superb from S. In fact, Dr. Suhas, a senior statesman, you want your batsmen to play like this. So what they've really worked on is the batting. The catching has been really good. One catch which they really dropped was that of Dr. Giri, which proved to be really very, very costly. What a shot that was again. Making room, taking that front leg out of the way. Today the hands of the batsmen have been absolutely exuberant to watch. Well, EESHA Hospital's bill going very, very well at the moment. Dr. Pawan has been looking an absolutely brilliant touch. He has been exactly playing the ball on the bounce. Behind the ball, he has been getting the hands on the behind the line of the ball. Simply brilliant to watch these two. Very well bowled. Drilled down the ground by Dr. Suhas. A quick single that. Well, they'll really ensure not to run and go for these quick singles. 2 gone, 24 without a wicket. Well, 2 gone, 24 without a wicket. These two looking in very healthy touch. Already 3 boundaries scored. So today the boundary frequency has been really good. I have a look at that already. Already 50% in the first 2 overs. Just tells you how good the batsmen have been, especially taking the front leg out of the manufacturing. The shots manufacturing on the offside has been simply brilliant from the batsmen. The way they've been moving around the crease, we have seen that especially from Dr. Giri, has been absolutely exquisite. Timing the ball, though, using those wrists to absolute perfection. MR will continue. Really well bowled. We've even seen this in the first innings as well. I believe it is Dr. Abhishek was controlled, has played on the top of the ball quite well, playing with the soft hands. So same as Dr. Vijay, this man as well getting some good bounce. So EESHA Hospitals has really, as I was really talking about the different ways, different things, they have really told. Dr. Thomas has really told us they were really contemplating about different things. Let's see how it goes. Again, 83, they were posting a target the last time. Now it's even more tougher because they're chasing a target. So you as a batsman, definitely while chasing targets, should be on the prowl. Especially when the tasking rate is more closer to 10. So yes, once the ball is hard on you, you would want to accumulate maximum number of runs. Dr. Pawan playing quite well at the moment. 13 in 7. He loves to play. Oh, very good bowling. There you go. He was trying to clear the front leg there. Again, using the crease quite well. Manoj. Again, the angle where the ball slightly pitched and was there. There was an outswing there. The ball holding its line. Cramping the batsman for room there again. Well, coming back to that scorecard, 184. Have a look at the 2 openers, 102 and 37 respectively. But what an innings it has been from Dr. Giri. He has been even coming in the line of the ball, even hitting the ball from the 4th stump. Hasn't seen such a batsman in a while, moving exactly like that. And a 97-run partnership between these two teams, in fact, between the 2 openers. So just tells you loads and loads of confidence that the openers carry out throughout. The ball swinging in nicely again, cross-batted hikes. It'll be really a very important Dr. Pawan. Last man and well. Again, an inside edge that's gone for 4. Well, surprising. Well, today the boundaries have been coming at quite ease. Well, silent. Well, be in silence and silence can win you anything. Oh, what a good shot again. Was trying to clear that front leg. In fact, was trying to pull that ball. Cross-batted hikes. As is really talking about is again being very dangerous for you as a batsman. But at the moment, luck with Dr. Pawan there. It'll be really very important as he was going in the first innings, in fact in the first match as well, where he was going all guns blazing, 21 not out. He was settled in the crease quite well, playing over the covers, which was just They just hit in the air, and after that the wickets fell pretty quickly. And even Dr. Thomas as well, he'll be contemplating upon the way he has got out. Again to one of the lens which was more closer to the off stumps. So really ensure just moving like Dr. Giri today. So many components that we can learn from Dr. Giri, the way he has played, the way he has been hitting runs, and especially you don't want to drop catches, especially of a big player. So he's dropped once on 24, and after that 76 runs have been accumulated. So out of the 184 which was hit, more than 55% of the runs have been just scored once the catch was dropped. So just getting that field right ideally. So a conventional field that we have. Well, 4 men attacking on the offside. But Dr. Suhas moving quite well. He's striking 13 in 5, a strike rate of over 260. That is gone for 4. That is gone for 4. Well, Dr. Suhas playing he's having a wonderful time at the moment. Well, they will want to correct. The last few matches in a chase have been terrible for them. Only 2 wins. But now it's good to see the openers in the 2 teams playing really well. Well, healthy of how Dr. Suhas has been playing. The EESHA hospitals, yes, they would want to get a win on their belt. Under their belt, very, very important a win at the moment. So Pavan had a very decent average. This man has got 25 in fact. So this man can play. But yet are we expecting those big shots from him? Well, all in all, what is more important than the stats is the composure of how the batsman is going to play. Well, just waiting for the ball. So 3 gone, 38 without a wicket. So 3 gone, 38 without a wicket. They're going at a very healthy run rate. In fact, in the first 6 overs, we've seen the Super Titans score exactly 50. So yes, the more and more the openers settle, the more and more they play like this. So Dr. Suhas is manufacturing some excellent shots. In the last over as well, we've seen. Are they mastering this chase? The last time, the likes of Ramana, the likes of Suresh as well, couldn't chase down the target. The match almost went to a super over. The opposition just winning the match by 1 run. What an excellent match that was. It was an exciting match. At one stage, it was the opposition who bang on target. They were really going at a rate of not almost. They would have completed the chase. But yet it was a bowler's brilliance. The way he has bounced back 6 wickets. To just tell you, it has been a collapse story and a story written for the bowler. It has been very special for him. So Dr. Pavan on strike. Well, Dr. Pavan, have a look at this. Again, the stance is something we always talk about, a very key attractor. Well, could that guard be more from the middle stump? Because as you see, the bat exactly pointing more from the off stump. Well, if it is again coming from the middle stump, it will exactly come from the line of the ball, and the swing will be even more nice. The body will be in a very good position as well. Now, what happened with the last ball is once the bowler is back of the length like that, he'll be cramping the batsman for pace. In fact, cramping the batsman for room. Not that much pace though, but he'll be cramping the batsman for room. So now it is Dr. Suhas. Nicely bowled. Really very well bowled there. Again, the batsmen are exactly watching the ball under the eye line, which is again one of the important basics of cricket. Watch the ball exactly under the eye line. Play it under the eyes. This is what exactly they are doing. Oh, he has hoisted that. Well, what a cry that was. That is gone for 6. Well, that is disappeared. What a shot that was from Dr. Suhas. The cry told it all. The cry told it all. What an amazing strike from the batsman here. Yes, cleared that front leg. Banged away for 6. This is incredible timing. Well, fetch that in the crowd. Yes, he was pumped up. He really enjoyed that. So did everyone. This is a classical strike into the crowd for 6. A superb shot this. At the moment we were searching for stats, this man just says, I'll just hit 6 like this and mesmerize everyone. Well, already 44 on the board. In fact, 45 on the board. Oh, what a show it has been from the openers so far. This is a superb strike. Well, room was already created. Wonderful swing of the hands. And the great flow of the bat. So yes, it is very important for him to control his muscle memory, isn't it? What a shot that was. Just using his height to absolute perfection. A brilliant bat swing. Well, Vasant, what he did again, bowling it short. Bowling it to the batsman's strength. The batsman would definitely not leave. Again, there was width there. That's a wide. There you go, Dr. Suhas. A decent average, but yes, have a look at the strike rate. Staggering strike rate. And what is all well to remember, he has got a half century. In fact, very recently that he played against the Mustangs 11. 64 in 29. So this batsman is a very real dangerous batsman. Yes, this man is very dangerous. That's over the infield. That's trickling away. In fact, there is a fielder there back. Deep cover. In fact, deep sweeper cover, this man. And the way the batsmen have been reaching especially. So we've seen the Super Titans reach 50 in 6 overs. We've already seen the EESHA hospitals getting to the 46 run mark. Well, in fact, if they get to the half centuries, it will be the fastest half century for the season for them. Score already 48 without a wicket. That's in the air there. Bottom of the bat. I don't think this will time well. No, it's not timed well at all. Dr. Abhishek taking the catch. It was a very easy catch there. Yes, it's a very, very easy catch. Once the batsman is just going like this, it's a muscle memory instinct which he had to control. The control was not shown. It was really good bowling from Vasant. He really ensured that he was bowling it wider of the arc of the batsman. He was not in the arc here. Well, in fact, he was dropped there. Well, an absolute sitter. The fielder dropped the catch. A 4 gone. Same as Dr. Giri. This man in Dr. Suhas was dropped on 27. 4 gone, 49 without loss. So Fahad, who makes his way into the bowling crease. Is it spin into the attack or is it pace that they're sticking with the Super Titans? Well, in fact, it would be classical spin, isn't it? Way back 2010, 2011, 2012. We have seen the likes of Ashwin. We have seen the likes of Samuel Badri, who used to bowl those spinners. Quick spinners. They used to come, just fire in those balls. It will be really interesting if you would have seen the spinners. But on the hindsight, nowadays, it will be 98% where Pacers bowl in the power play. Fahad, have a look at the seam presentation. But yes, he's drilled that. That's absolutely... Oh, that's powerful there. That's powerful and good fielding there. Good football skills shown from the fielder here. But have a look at that. How strong was that shot? And with this 50, and with this, another half century. Another half century partnership in the match between the openers. You've seen the Super Titans constructing an opening partnership of 97 runs. EESHA Hospitals as well, a much more improved performance from them. This will give them a world of good. A confidence, a world of good. Drilled away again. That's going wider of the fielder. Will this go straight to the fielder? Yes. They're running really well. With Dr. Pawan, you expect this. In fact, that's gone for 4. Well, was that a misfield there? Well, the replay will clearly tell us that. But today, the slow-mo has been absolutely superb. Just tells how Mr. Sham is so good. There you go. It's a misfield. He just really wanted to throw the ball, just get rid of the ball. But yet, couldn't gather that, and that's gone for 4. Well, at the same stage, they were somewhere around 45 without a wicket. But the EESHA Hospitals, the fastest 50 in fact for them in the season. This is what really happened. 76 runs were accumulated once Dr. Giri was dropped on 24. Now he was dropped on 28, remember? Well, how many more runs is he accumulating? Just changing the bat, Dr. Suhas. Well, Dr. Suhas, 1,824 runs, in fact, averaging 31 in the last few matches. So 122 runs, so 29 in 8 as well. He has against the Titans. Against the Titans. Against the Sunrisers. So striking at a wonderful form. So this is what predominantly happens with the batsman. A strike rate of 100 to 110. But yeah, this man has been going over a strike rate of 200. The way he has drilled a 6 in the last over, simply exciting to watch. But is he giving Fahad the treatment? A slow ball, really very well bowled again. Slower ball from front of the hand. But today we have seen Fahad as well strike some superb 6s. A full extension of the arms. The arm extension from the batsman has absolutely been excellent to watch. So have a look at this. The lofted shots. Dr. Suhas, he has lofted one down the ground, which was sensational to watch. 90 runs. In fact, in the 122 runs he has scored. So he's been very, very strong down the ground. So with the cut too, so 16 runs. So have a look at where he scores most of his runs. In fact, 38 runs, which are coming wider of long on and long on. So in the V, there are 36% of the runs. So he's a very good batsman, a very dangerous player to recognize. That's really good bowling. Bowling it slower. So Dr. Pawan exactly watching the ball, and this has been his strength, rotating the strike. So in the V, he is very, very strong. Has already shown us what he's made up of. So 3 regions, almost wider of, long on. In fact, more towards the cow corner has been his strength, and a very more stylish leg side player, this man. On the offside, is almost around 23, in fact, 30% of the runs on the offside too. So the bowler will ideally want to pitch it up and ask the batsman to go down the ground. That's nicely played away. Wider, oh yes. Yes. On the offside again, nicely guiding it away towards the boundary there. Well, he scores 18% of the runs in the same region. Dr. Suhas. Well, he is not giving up. This is great batting from Dr. Suhas. Well, already 61 runs accumulated by EESHA Hospitals. Again, this was nicely played away. In fact, he waited for the ball and just guided it away for a boundary there. What a shot that was. Just using the pace of the bowler, timing. And Wade went for a boundary very quick. And Fahad already giving 12 in the over. So it's not to take Dr. Suhas lightly even on the offside. So yes, I was talking about this, pitching the ball up, and he have a fielder down at long on. So long on, long off, not there at the moment for Fahad. So he's bowling the slow balls. Very clever. Once you've seen him bowl the faster ones. So slower balls have been the go-to balls for Fahad. So 12 given away by Fahad in the over. 5 gone, 61 without a wicket. So, well, 62 without a wicket. Dr. Suhas has been a very key attractor. Well, Dr. Pavan just playing the anchor at the moment, just playing that quiet role. So 21 in 13, he as well silently is accumulating runs, Dr. Pavan. So it'll be really interesting where Dr. Pavan gets most of his runs. So well, Dr. Pavan Sai over 1300 runs, a very decent average. So yes, he predominantly bats in the middle order, but yet once there is no middle order for you, you always have to rise up. This is what KL Rahul as well does for you. He backs a punch, KL Rahul. He's asked to bat wherever you want as a captain. 3, 4, 5, 1. He gets runs everywhere. So you have to get runs at all the position. Again, we're playing it much closer. And they're playing very risk-free cricket. So 63 without a wicket away. Even 13 runs ahead. In fact, 14 runs ahead now of what the Super Titans have scored. But this is a super start. Absolutely super start from the EESHA hospitals. So one had to be the aggressor. And it is Dr. Suhas himself. 14-19. So we had already 100 scored in the match. In the second half, we've seen Dr. Giri blazing away with runs. So we're seeing Dr. Sai. In fact, Dr. Suhas get those runs. Oh, very much closer there. This is brilliant bowling from Vasant, bowling it slightly more wider of the stumps. So yes, you as a bowler should want to go use the crease, depth of the crease really well, isn't it? Manufacture those angles, get the swing from wherever you want. Once you're more side on, you're getting the ball to swing away. Once you're going even more wider of the stumps, you're getting the ball to in swing. So yes, this man is going more wider of the stump, and have a look at that. Once even in the follow through, so yes, you as a bowler should definitely complete or that follow through really well. So the more side on he's going is absolutely going away from the stumps, and once you're going away from the radar, it's always difficult for the body to cope up, and hence he's losing balance there. In fact, this is the third bowler we have seen just losing that balance. So very important is the technique of the bowler. So 113, and same as identically Dr. Suhas, this man as well has 110. This is predominantly where you get to acclimatize to the conditions. How is the pitch? What are the bowlers going to bowl for you? The second innings, it has been different. So after 30 balls, he has scored 38 in 30. So we'll talk about that. End of 6. That's the end of the power play. 67 without a wicket. Praveen will continue. He was expensive in that first over of his. Round for 14. Dr. Suhas. There you go. Is there an outside edge? Yes, there is an outside edge there. Again, lurking away. Angling away across the batsman. The off stump is where even Dr. Thomas was out in the last match. This match, they're seeing the back of Dr. Suhas. What an important breakthrough that is. It's a huge wicket. 43 in 22. He was striking so well. Playing very, very nicely. As we're talking, he was getting those runs in the way. He was the aggressor. But once you're getting the aggressor like this, it's more and more. It will do his confidence a world of good. What a start it has been from Dr. Suhas. Immediately after the power play, we would be very disappointed that he has not got to a 50. But what a wonderful ball from Jay. Again, just trying to work away. Yes, he was just trying to work away again. Just trying to punch it, just play it. Yes. Again, slight more deviation there of the pitch. And have a look at this. He was not moving this much. And once you're more concretized on the back foot, an absolutely perfect test match line that the more and more you're more on the off stump, you as a bowler are always brilliant. OG stuff from Praveen. Well, Dr. Suhas, you might have hit me in that first over of mine, but I just come back and roar back with a vengeance, said Dr. Praveen. 67 for 1. Dr. Suhas gone for a very blazing 43. So Samit makes his way to the crease. He was very good with the ball. Samit, over number 2, over number 3, and in fact even in the last over was so good. So in fact he was even involved in an altercation, I believe. He got that wicket of Dr. Abhishek, who was, sorry, I believe if I'm really correct. Well, Samit, he has got the wicket of the captain Akshay. So yes, Dr. Akshay will be charged up. There was some exchange, words of exchange on the field. So Samit makes his way to the crease. Nicely bowled, really well bowled. Young man Samit. 32 matches. Yes, early stages for him, Samit. 32 matches, 310 runs. So always young blood will do loads and loads of good for the team. Again, playing exactly under the eye line, punching it straight to the field, off and running. The first run's always very special. So Samit 32 runs. So in fact 32 matches, 310 runs. Definitely would want to work on his average and the strike rate. The strike rate for a number 3 always should be somewhere very much closer to 130, 140. So his early career, you definitely want to learn in the coming matches. So Jay, what a ball that was. In the similar fashion, where in the first match, again, on the back foot was the batsman there, an inside edge. An inside edge saving Dr. Pavan here. The luck should always thrive. When there is always luck, you're always thriving and thumping like this. That's gone for 4. Now Dr. Pavan, that is even more a bigger challenge for them. Again, nicely bowled. Again, have a look at his. The ball exactly coming more towards the ball. The ball exactly landing in the right channels just because of the action. Straight arm. Perfectly at 12 o'clock. The way he has been releasing. Not even a snap of the wrist. The follow through absolutely perfect from Praveen. So once you are coming and finishing off the follow through with a straight arm like this, you always bowl. Yes. The tendency of bowling to wicket is absolutely superb from Dr. Praveen. But the last dismissal was a very, very important dismissal, isn't it? The way Dr. Suhas was playing, he was absolutely playing wonderful shots. The bottom hand, again getting so many runs in the V. He is very, very dangerous. In fact, 36% of his runs have come in the V throughout his career. Again going for a cross-batted hike there. Dr. Pavan, this phase will be really very, very important for him. How he will be channelizing. Even he has to guard a young man like Samit. A very young man, Samit. He has to really guard him. So yes, he has to stay out in the middle. He has to rise to the challenge. Last match as well, he has got to a start. So now even more playing swiftly. So as the innings progress is superb. That's nicely played away. Very strong through the cover. That's screamed away for 4. Yes, eventually that's going away for a boundary. The fielder came around, collected that. But again, the ball slipping from his hand, that's gone away for 4. Well, in fact, in the end, it deserved what it deserves. It had to go for a boundary and it went for 4 there. So Dr. Pavan moving into the 30s with that boundary. So 13-18. The over, a very good over which ends up with 9 runs being conceded. 7 gone, the EESHA Hospitals. Even though they have lost that wicket, in fact that big wicket, are going at a very good rate. 76 for 1 after 7. We're back on air. 77 for 1. Akshay, the captain, is into the bowling crease. That's nicely played away. What a shot for 4. Yes! The cheer clearly telling Dr. Pawan is striking beautifully. Well, even that Manhattan clearly said once he's crossing the 10 ball mark, once he's very much closer to 50, he strikes again. Nice stride. Wonderful swing of the bat. He goes it over 135. Once he's crossing that mark of 30. What a shot it is for 4. Width, and Dr. Pawan not leaving that, and this is nicely bowled. This is nicely bowled it above the eye line. The flighter there, straight to the fielder. But yes, this will be even the challenge for the spinner. How is he going to vary the pace? The captain himself. How is he going to vary the pace? How is he going to bowl those flighters? Because there is absolutely no turn at all. But yes, on the hindsight, we have seen Dr. Thomas turning the ball very, very nicely. Turning the ball from the middle stump. So Akshay, would he want to really turn the ball from the off stump? Well, Dr. Akshay, yes, 4 overs, 1 for 32 wickets, 5 wickets, in fact. It's a very good economy, a very decent economy that this man has got, 7.2. In fact, so the dot ball percentage, a very good dot ball percentage for this man. But have a look at this, top 6 dismissals, 94%. So it'll be really very interesting. The top 6 dismissal, is he going to get those top 6 dismissals? He has dismissed them. So at least out of the 11 members, if you're considering in a team, has been able to dismiss 5 members. So that is, in fact, 8 members, the top order. So that tells you. So that is the value he brings. The top 6 dismissals is 95% for Dr. Akshay. It is a quicker one, and he has got the bounce. A variable bounce for Dr. Akshay. But the boundary percentage is something he would really want to get down. That's nicely pulled away. The fielder will cut it off. Yes, the fielder will cut it off. So early days still in the crease for Samit. So 8 bowled. 83 for 1. So yes, we are back in the match. Look at the top. Look at the value that this man brings. So Rishi, it is a man with a very high arm action. You've seen him practice very, very, very concentratedly before the start of the second innings. Is he going to back a punch, Rishi, in this match? They really need wickets from here on 83 for 1. And more the dot balls accumulate, the more and more there is a chance of scalping those wickets. Look at from where he's releasing the ball. Again, the non-bowling arm, which is so good in bowlers. In bowlers bowling with exactly at 12 o'clock. That release point at around more than 12 o'clock. So I know exactly a bowler like this, Rishik from the MSK Super Kings, who exactly bowls like this. The non-bowling arm is very, very important in the bowler's arm like this because it gives you a balance. It's nicely drilled away from Samit. In fact, 2 to the taking. It's nicely played, in fact, off the front foot through the covers. Really well bowled. That's really well bowled. Again, good round arm. But is this man, is he getting those round arm actions in? Because he's ideally getting those pace well, bowling the ball. He's exactly keeping the batsman more on the back foot. Attacking the stumps. At the moment, he's attacking the stumps quite beautifully, Rishi. Getting the ball to drift. Even very interesting. Even with his height, he can even get the variable bounce there, and we have clearly seen that. The 2 spinners doing exceptional job. Akshay only giving 7 in that last over. So in fact, the last 8 balls, in fact the last 10 balls, if you observe, it's only been 9 runs which have been scored. So is there a bounce there? Top of off, superb bowling, wonderful bowling there from Rishi. Very, very clever. First, he started with the high arm, bowling those flighters above the island where the ball dips, and now bowling it more slightly curved. Yes, bowling it more round arm, wider of the crease. Yes, that's out. That's out. I was telling, this man backs a punch. There wasn't a boundary being scored in the last few overs. What an over from Rishi. And in fact, spinners doing quite an excellent job. Really very well bowled here. We'll have a look at the replay. This was even more round arm. Very nicely bowled. Even more above the eye line. Nicely flighted. This is what the left-handers use. A clever ploy from them. But a short stay for Samit ends. Well, in fact, struggling 5 for Samit ends 5 in 11. He deceived the bowler. He deceived the batsman with the bounce. Exactly attacking the stumps. Making the batsman stay more on the back foot. What an over. This is a splendid over from the spinners. The last 2. In fact, the last 2 overs belonging to the Super Titans. What a phase of play for them. They get that big fish in form of Dr. Suhas, and now it's Samit who's gone, heading back to the pavilion. 85 for 2. Samit gone for 5. It's the bowler who's catching the ball. So Akshay versus Dr. Pawan. It will be a really interesting contest. A senior statesman in form of Dr. Thomas. Matches 2-2 over 3,400 runs. A very decent batting average of somewhere very closer to 29. An average which you would love to have, especially when you're batting at number 4. Because at number 4, sometimes you really need to control the innings, and at the moment he really needs to do that. He really and this is one of the important duos. That's beautifully played away. That's slashing drive. That's slashing drive from the bat of Dr. Pawan. He's not at all leaving anything which is being presented in form of width. What a shot that was. Well, Dr. Akshay just stopping there. Well, we talk about the stop delivery, which is very popular from Ashwin. What a shot of beautiful extension of the arms. Again, he's playing some wonderful lofted shots. This is through the cover. This is absolutely creamed away through cover, in fact. This is a wonderful shot. This will give him a lot of confidence the way Dr. Pawan has been going. 13-9 runs of 21 balls. Now he needs to stay on till the end. Exactly bat like how Dr. Giri did. This is simply superb batting from Dr. Pavan. 6th boundary he has earned. A quicker one, nicely channeled, and again playing it with soft hands. Yes, you should be very smart in it, be very sensible. He's already realized a boundary is there in the over, so he'll definitely not ideally want to take the risk from here on. So the wicketkeeper behind, Nikhil, is exactly making us remember the wicketkeeper, the Indian wicketkeeper, Srikar Bharat. Almost the same face that this man has. So Dr. Thomas made us remember of Dr. Praveen, in fact of Praveen Tambe and Stephen Smith. And this man's face exactly is just a look-alike of Srikar Bharat from Andhra. Nicely played away. So he's off and running, Dr. Thomas. So he'll be very careful with the length, isn't it? That is how even Dr. Suhas was dismissed. Somewhere very much closer to the off stump. Again, trying to just close the face of the bat quite early. That footwork is very, very important as far as Dr. Thomas will be concerned. The last time as well, he was out at a very, very important time, and yes, he would want to get good runs. In fact, at a very good strike rate. The strike rate will be keen, especially in a chase like this. So 94 in 63. In the last 15 balls, we have not seen any bound. In fact, we've seen a boundary flow, but only a one boundary which flowed. For the 12 balls, it has been the spinners which have been absolutely brilliant. Over number 8, over number 9. Well, in fact, in the last over, Rishi was absolutely terrific. He started with a very high arm action, with a non-bowling arm of him being very, very keen. After that, he bowled round arm and bowled those flighters. And even especially bowled on the top of off, keeping the batsman on the back foot, attacking the stumps. So Akshay, after going to that boundary, bouncing back quite well. Width! And that's put away. Oh, that's gone! As I was just about to tell, the batsman was gone there. Well, he has this ball rushed away towards the boundary too. Well, that was short. He took room. That was there in the arc for the batsman to be hit. Yes, couldn't collect the ball well there. Well, in fact, that is not gone. Well, Pratik. Yes, everyone going to him and ensuring that Pratik is safe. So yes, because again, the ball travelled to him, and yes, he ideally had to take the catch exactly at the heart level, at the chest level. So very, very important. It is very good sportsmanship from the team itself. So again, it was to the bowler's strength. In fact, it was to the batsman's strength. So quicker one fired in, nicely negotiated by Dr. Thomas, gets a single. So which was final, where the field was placed exactly. A sweeper cover in place. The batsman would have gone out. But what could have been turned into the batsman's strength? Could have been bowler's strength, but on the hindsight, a catch was dropped. So 95 for 2. So 90 runs in another 60 balls. We'll be heading towards a very exciting chase. And the players will take drinks. So back on air, 96 for 2. Pawan Sai playing especially, he's been very good through the covers. Even in the last match as well, we've seen how good he has been through the covers. And he was out, in fact, at the same fielding position. So he's playing more swiftly now, 43 in 24. He's playing absolutely sensibly at the moment. Another 2 overs, these batsmen would really want to see how the conditions are and which bowler is bowling how. Rishi has been absolutely brilliant. He has shown that intent. The ball keeping low there. The wicket keeper, there you go. So as Dr. Thomas, it will be really important match for him. How is he going to pan out from here? So again, if we are seeing Rishi, we are exactly getting to see even that backspin. Because of a higher release point, there will be even that higher backspin. Sorry, there will be a backspin and you will get the ball to see turn more. As he have a look at that, he's exactly snapping the wrist at the last moment with which he is able to generate pace. So yes, once the left-hander against the right arm off spinner, what are the options? The more and more you're bowling back of the length, the more and more you're keeping the batsman on the back foot. But once, if you're pitching it exactly in the arc, you'll see the ball sail over long on or long off. So very important. So very good control shown from Rishi here. Because that elbow extension of Rishi is so nice, he's able to release the ball quite well. And yes, he's bowling wonderfully. Yes, he's bowling more wonderfully to the right-handers. In fact, that's nicely worked away on the legs. I don't think this has that much timing to go for the boundary. In fact, that's stopped on the outfield. The batsman will want to hit back for 2. Yes, Dr. Thomas just back for 2. You'll get to see this. One of the important components, the running in between the wickets will be real key. Once you're wanting to just get the deficit down. With that, the 100 is up for the EESHA Hospitals. 100 for 2 on the board. Another 85 runs from here. 85 in 61. Because Rishi is releasing the ball at pace. Yes, see, have a look at what he's releasing the ball at pace. So yes, the backspin will be even more in his action, will even be more swift and will be able to generate that pace and moment. So as a result, the ball will turn and bounce for you. The tight over from Rishi again, only 6 of that. He has been just going on from strength to strength. 11 gone, 101 for 2. $11 gone, 101 for 2. So form is just temporary. Confidence is a choice. So who is going to be that confident today? Who is getting those confidence? You have already talked about Praful Hinge. So yes, your strength, your weakness. Every player has both. What is the strength? What is the weakness? So now there will be more dot balls. So he has been very productive. Dr. Pawan against Akshay, and he has been again. That's nicely bowled. Firing the ball in. Akshay, he's exactly getting the ball to even bounce as well. So 45 in 27. So every player has both. One thing you can rely on, one lets you down. What is that? The difference is only the awareness. Now what awareness is the fielder? See, what awareness is the bowler going to bring in his armory? Where is he getting that wicket? So knowing what you trust is very important. Again, you've seen Akshay bowl those flighters in the first overs of his. Now he's firing the ball in. And again, exactly what he's doing is attacking the stumps. This is really very good bowling. So Akshay exactly trusting his strength at the moment. So different is awareness and what to work on. Now Dr. Pawan, what would he try to work on? That's nicely drilled away down the ground. Again, good sound of the bat straight to the fielder. Karthik will cut it off. So what are you trying to improve right now? Where do you need help? So they really need help in maintaining that run rate and ensuring that the boundaries are going very well for the team. But what an improvement it has been. So last match you're getting under 100, always difficult for you to bounce back. Yes, you need to really spend some time out there in the middle. Again in this league you're not having that much gap. Have a look. Last time they played around almost very closer to this day. So again, being working professionals, you're always getting only some time, and just getting everything right at this position, at this stage, tells loads and loads about the improvement of the team. It is the captain who has hurdled his troops, and they've lived exactly to that reputation. To the right-handers, it is completely different. He's exactly bowling those sliders back of the length. Very good ploy from Akshay. The spinners keeping it very, very tight. The batsmen, what choice do they have? Only to respect the bowlers at the moment. So everyone sticking to their instincts. So where do you need help? So they'll be really needing help with the instinct. They'll be really needing the help with that muscle memory. So what will be the muscle memory of Dr. Pavan? So yes, we know he'll not be going for any rash shots. So 46 in 30, a very controlled innings. That's in the air, the bat turning in the hand. Well, no one to his delight. Straight to the fielder. So Dr. Pavan moves on to 47 with that. So Dr. Thomas playing as well very sensibly. So 7 in 6. Going exactly over a runner ball. Dr. Thomas has not been in form in the last few matches. Would he want to turn big? Easy, just getting a boundary in fact. So now there have been 11 balls where the boundary has not been scored. The last ball of the 12th. Yes, we were talking about him scoring a boundary, and that's gone. That's out. Even in the last over, Akshay bowled like this, and in fact that was the fielder who dropped the catch. But now not to be. A short ball. And what a wicket to have. Trust your strengths like this, and you will be brilliant. The spinners have been very top class. Well, in between the spinners already 5 overs bowled, and it's only 28 runs which have been conceded with 2 wickets. This is absolutely magnificent bowling from the spinners. We'll have a look at it again. A short ball. He knew there was a fielder there. And that was a really well judged catch from the fielder this time. He's taking a very good catch. In fact, we have seen the fielder last time getting hurt. What a way to end the 12th. The EESHA hospitals now. Slightly the pressure getting to them. Dr. Thomas again. Dismissed in a very disappointing fashion at a very important time. A very well judged catch there by Akshay. Sorry, by Vasant. He's been very good with the ball and just delivering the goods in the field. 12 gone, 104 for 3. Very close on that occasion. It's absolutely close, isn't it? Making the batsman play a big one. But Dr. Pavan reaching a fine half century. Well, second half century of the match. What an innings it has been. A complete contrast. So you really want to convert a start, and that gives you loads of confidence. 110 for 3. Rishi again giving only 6. Well, these two umpires, very, very experienced, vastly experienced umpires. These. We'll have a look at that 5,500 matches shared in between them. And just the experience telling in between, telling in the eyes. They've ensured that the game has been a very smooth ship to sail on. Absolutely been unperturbed. Bang on with the decisions. Akshay to continue. Is into his final over. That's nicely played away there. Straight to the fielder, in fact. Well, even coming back to the dismissal of Dr. Thomas in the last over. Yes, it was a short ball. He had to time it well. But he ensured that there was a fielder at deep point, in fact, a sweeper cover. Well, cover point there. I don't know what a big wicket that was. There was a fielder there. An experienced batsman, you're getting him. And now these two share a really good camaraderie, these two, Sandeep and Pavan. Dr. Pavan has been absolutely excellent. His composure has been absolutely top class. 51 in 34. Again trying to make room. Again bowling it back of the length. Very clever. Dr. Akshay has been just bowling it like this. The spinners exactly bowling absolutely brilliantly. What is just expected of them. And have a look at the wicket split. In fact, 24%. In fact, only 22%. The spinners. Get wickets on this track. But yes, that is what is their trick. They have to bowl a lot. That's over the fielder there. That's over the slip cordon there. Well, Nischal just trying to save the ball. Well, Dr. Sandeep just survives. So very good from Dr. Akshay. What is he doing? It is exactly keeping it wider off the off stump, asking the batsman to generate power. So for Dr. Pavan, he has been bowling very quicker, and for on the hindsight for this man, he has been bowling those flighters. Again, varying the grip, very, very important. And most of the times while he's bowling the flight, he's been bowling exactly with the index finger, middle and the index finger. And where you go? Sorry, he's bowling with the thumb. Wow, what a shot that is! That's absolutely banged away for 4. Well, this is the conventional off spinner's grip from Dr. Akshay. Yes, what power! It was superb illustration of power in the shot. Simply awesome batting that. Well, the way it met, well, today slow-mo replays have been absolutely terrific to watch. It's just super power in that shot. Well, Akshay, who has been absolutely superb, delivering wonderful balls. Well, NS off and running with a boundary. Well, now it's a different grip. It's now a different grip. That's in the air there. And there you go. There you go. Dr. Praveen, I believe, has dropped the catch. Well, again, do you want these kind of catches to stick in your hands? What a shot, the last one. Well, bang on target. Well, the spinners were tightening the screws. And on the hindsight, this was a much needed boundary. After a very long time. So the match is in control. 65 in 37. Oh, almost a wicket there. Almost a wicket there. Dr. Akshay signing off on a very good note. 4 overs, 1 for 30 he ends with. So an exciting match on the cards. The EESHA Hospital needing another 65 in 36. 14 gone, 120 for 3. Well, 14 gone, 130 for 3. The spinners conceding only 44 in between them so far. So just tells you how brilliant have the spinners been. So good, so agile. The camaraderie has been top class. They've been commending quite well. Well, Rishi, who has been slightly more bowling at a slower pace, he has been getting the ball to bounce. He has been attacking the stumps, the right-hander and the left-hand combination. Yes, he has been getting the ball to trying to get the ball to spin from outside the off stump. Would the batsman want to go back for two? Yes. No room for complacence at the moment. Again, that's nicely swept. It's a good slog sweep. So that's the reason. He's got a fielder back in the deep square leg. In fact, deep mid wicket in place. One of the bowling options where the bowler would try and get the batsman out. So Dr. Pawan, he's asking Dr. Pawan to just sweep against the line. That's in the air. High on the bat there. Would he want to go back for two? I don't think he'll take the chance. But yes, the boundary should come. The boundary should ideally come from here on. What a shot it was. It was a wonderful shot from NS in the last over. From Dr. Sandeep, in fact. 11 in 8. Striking at 137. Dr. Pawan controlling the innings. Same like Dr. Giri. Now it is very much manageable. Now in fact this is the same score on how much they got in that power play. They got almost closer to 63 in the power play. So 62 in 34. Another 5.4 overs remain in the innings. Well, Rishi following a very different trajectory to the righties. So yes, there you go. He's making the batsman go for the big one. Batsman absolutely leaving the bat whenever Rishi is predominantly bowling this line. He's asking the batsman, especially to the left-handers, to go against the spin, having a deep mid-wicket in place. Now he's bowling above the eye line and asking the batsman to just go down the ground. The pace, yes, the pace even more drops. That's in the air there. That's in the air. That's a six. That's a six. What a shot. This is a tremendous hit from Sandeep. Well, from nowhere, he's coming and finding his ideal timing. This is a great shot, this, from Sandeep's bat. Well, just ideally stood. Came into position and drilled it away down the ground. This is exciting batting from Sandeep's bat. He's already moved on to 17 with this 6. A faster one. Just moving wider of the crease. Well, what's 1-6 can do? Have a look at that. 2 more. Well, the equation is now closer to 54. Well, Rishi is slightly more expensive in this over. He has already conceded 11. Will this over be the highest number of runs being conceded in 1 over in the innings? What a shot that one. It was an excellent shot. That last one. Waited for that. Is this going into the gap? No, in fact, straight to the fielder. But yes, he on the hindsight with the spin. He just went through with the shot, the last one. Just relied more on his timing. A tremendous timing, that last one. What a healthy over that. The spinners are done. Rishi signs off on a very high note. 4 overs, 1 for 26 he ends with. That's the end of 15, 132 for 3. The players will just sign in for just a small strategic timeout. It's just the captain which is giving him that message. Well, we have seen Fahad in the start, and now he's back in the match, conceding 12. Another 53 in 29. The deficit just coming down. I just go bowling it wider of the stumps. A very good line. One of the more predominant lines that the the right-handers bowl, going round the wicket. Now is he covering the line of the stumps? This is what exactly Dr. Giri did. The difference between the two teams. He even hit a ball for a boundary which was on the 4th stump. So just tells you how dominant he was judging the lines of the balls. So slightly more dominant offside field. He's having a wider long off, a wider long on. In fact, again swinging it. Well, telling the batsman to start fresh. Straight to the fielder, but what an over from Fahad. On the hindsight, we thought this would have been a maiden over, but yes, a cover point in place. A deep cover in place. In fact, a deep extra cover. Long on, long off. Well, no one back on the deep square leg or deep mid-wicket position. That will be really important for the bowler not to pitch the ball short. Because anything short, the batsman is going to pull you for boundaries. So are we having deep mid-wicket in place? Well, in fact, we are having a cow corner in place now. So long on, long off as usual will be in place. So yes, now it is a deep extra cover. In fact, a sweeper which is going. So will it be the fuller ball that is Fahad is trying to bowl? A fuller slow ball are we seeing? Or will it be straight very much closer to the stumps? Really interesting how Fahad would end. That's a wide down the leg side. So yes, he'll be trying to go for the slow balls, Fahad. But yes, it will be more wider of the off stump, no doubt about that. So we're very much lightly more leg side dominant field. He'll be bowling it on the pads. He'll be bowling it full on the pads. Yes. Well, giving room. He has converted that ball down the ground. But what an over. This is a fantastic over. There's 2 runs. Oh, is this out there? He really wanted to take the strike. So easy for the umpire to just confirm. With the 3rd umpire here, this will be really touch and go. A very close call. We are awaiting the decision of the 3rd umpire. What a good throw that. Well, he did the really right thing because again, once the batsman who settled wants to take a large chunk of the balls. Very important for him to face on the top of the stumps. He's made it. He's made it. He's made it. He was very confident, Dr. Pavan. We have even seen him very, very much acrobatic. Just tells you what fitness levels this man maintains. Again, having a very close look, but on the hindsight, I believe the batsman has made it. Again, that slightly delay in receiving the ball and hitting the stumps. While before the wicketkeeper had hit the stumps, he had almost made his ground. But what good running. He knew he had to risk it, and the risk paying off. Dr. Thomas now very eager. He himself is going every ball. And they're having a very close look just to ensure, because again this match is a very close one. Just to check everything goes right. So again, it was just that touch and go. Very, very much close, and the risk paying off. What a good throw that from the deep. So 134 for 3. This match heading towards a very close finish, 51 in 25. So the next 2 overs will be really very important. We'll just see towards which end the match shifts, which team is winning on from here. So 134 for 3 after 16. So 50, in fact 49 required in 24. Just like Dr. Giri has made sure he is making a lot of room. Oh, that's smacked away. Straight to the fielder. What good power this man has got. NS 21 in 17 at the moment. Yes, he has settled. This is a very good partnership. 33 in 24. But yes, they are running really well. Do you expect this with Dr. Pawan? He's just like Virat Kohli. We've seen him how good he was on the field today. He was kept very, very busy. And Dr. Thomas used him quite well, especially knowing where their good fielders need to be placed. So just carrying on that confidence that he has shown he has illustrated throughout the innings. So now a very big task on his shoulders, Dr. Pawan. 57 in 38, of 185 the teams need to chase. Required run rate touching 13. So Manoj was slightly more expensive in his first spell. So is he going to derive the goods in that second phase? So everyone just watching the match with that much eagerness. Again, he'll not try to play with hard hands. This man, will he want to go back for 2? So yes, a very good throw. That he's easily made that back for 2. So MR, same as Fahad, is he trying to just bowl the slow balls? Well, on the hindsight, we don't see bowlers employing these slow balls, isn't it? You as a bowler, you would want to try and employ all the skills up your sleeve. So 3 runs to start off. So 46 in 22. So singles, they'll definitely not mind the Super Titans. What they'll mind is not to give boundaries. Unless and until there are no boundary scored, then again a dominant offside field. It will be full wider outside the off stump to Dr. Pawan now. Dancing down the track. Yes, an appeal. An appeal. Well, we don't have the DRS for the catching. So we'll stick with the umpire. So more than 5,500 runs. 5,500 match experience. So just tells you what confidence brings to at any stage. So the umpires say form is temporary, but confidence is a choice. For them, confidence is definitely a choice for these 2 umpires. Classy have been these 2. Again making room. This is really good bowling. Back of the length here. And again the dot balls are just mounting up. Dr. Pawan now needs to go big. So once he's crossing that 60 mark. So he ideally has 62 in 45. So ideally has a strike rate over 138. Once he's going past 60. And now the strike rate somewhere very much closer to 144. What a good over this from Manoj. Only 4 runs being conceded. This is absolutely brilliant bowling for you. You go for 25 runs with the new ball and with the old ball when you have responsibility to shoulder. If you're shouldering it like this, this is what you derive for the team. This is how spiritedly you play for the team. Fantastic to watch from Manoj. Last ball of the 17th. Trying to go for the big one. Again, just outside half of the bat. Yes, is this a run out there? Is this a run out? Yes, it is a run out. Yes. He knew it. And that's the end of Dr. Pawan. That's the end of Dr. Pawan. They needed runs. And it's a huge fish you have expected for the evening. He's walking back at the wrong time, Dr. Pawan. What a wicket. A wicket at wrong time, a wicket fell for the EESHA hospitals. But at right time, a wicket fell. What a throw from the deep from Praveen. A throw on the stumps. Yes, he knew that. What a great over from Manoj. Just bouncing back with a vengeance. We'll take a bow. 17 gone, only 5 runs. And that big wicket of Dr. Pawan in the over, well, he just had to stretch after running for almost 20 overs. Well, in fact, have a look of how many minutes. He has been more closer to 1.5 hours. So with the running he has done in the first innings, it has been 2.5 hours he has done the running. So he was really tired. He has given up. What a throw that was from the deep. And an important and a huge fish in form of Dr. Pawan. 17 gone. And what a way to derive. What a way to derive and announce yourself into the match. It's 44 in 18. Now the run rate is closer to 15. 141 for 4 after 17. So 141 for 4 after 17. It's 44 in 18. Well, couldn't have asked for better, isn't it? Again, it will be the same lines going wider of the stumps. No doubt about that. It would be fuller, wider of the stumps. So it is Dr. Pawan who makes his way to the crease. Sorry, it is Dr. Vijay who makes his way to the crease. He was slightly expensive with the ball today. So none for 34, especially in the third over. Well, is he writing the tale? Is he writing that fairy tale of win for the team with the bat? Fahad to continue. He's into his third. He'll be bowling it wider of the stumps. With the wicketkeeper drops. Will this be a run out? Oh, almost there. Well, almost there. Well, they'll not mind that. So 2 runs to the tally. 2 byes given by the umpire. So, but yes, what a wicket to have. A huge wicket to have. Dr. Pawan. Could you have asked for better at this stage? What a wrong time for him to end. Good Yorker, that's in the air. That struck well. Is that going over the... No, that's not going over the fielder. Bowling it wider of the stumps. Full. The combination from Fahad has been fantastic to watch. Well, it's a hit combination. It's a hit pair. Manoj a hit pair in the last over. Fahad a hit pair now. It's the spinners who have just shown what they are made up of. Now it's the pacers. Today captain has been doing those bowling changes quite well. And they've been really remarkable. Rewarding the captain. The 5th wicket down again. He just got the elevation, not the distance. Straight into the hands of the fielder. But again you're bowling wider of the stumps. You're asking the batsman to go for the biggie. He did not have a power in that shot. The bottom of the bat. Easy catch. Bharat makes his way to the crease. Slower there in the air. I believe this will be also over the fielder there. What a throw that. So it is the 2 new batsmen who arrive at the crease. Dr. Bharat who makes his way to the crease. Can bat this man, Dr. Bharat. But yes, he'll need to go really big. He needs to go all guns blazing. But what an over. The off-cutters, wider of the stumps, Yorkers. This is absolutely excellent to watch from the team in green. This is absolutely Titanic stuff. Super Titans. They're super charged up. Bowling exactly to the fields. So now this is becoming a daunting task for the EESHA hospitals. Well, on the hindsight, till Dr. Pawan was there, it looked absolutely in control. 90 were required in the 60 balls. The last few overs, everything changed completely. Slower there. Well, completely beaten up. Well, completely beaten up was Dr. Vijay. He's not able to understand the trajectory at all. Again, the ball slightly dipping on him, bowling it slower. Well, mixing the pace quite beautifully here is champion bowling from Fahad. Last ball of the 18th. Bowling it short. Batsman trying to bang it away. With the batsman want to go back for 2. Yes. Well, however the runs come, they'll count. So 2 byes given by the umpire. Jamil. So clinical over from Fahad in the over. A clinical over from Fahad. A wicket. 18 gone. 147 for 5. Another 38 to win in 12 balls. For the EESHA hospitals. There's a difference between the 2 teams, isn't it? The big difference is again the experience, which is really telling you. Dr. Giri, it was a real brilliant experience of him, which he really ensured. He stood till almost the 17th over, and in the end Fahad really ensured. He was again striking and ensured the team went over 180. So you want now Dr. Pawan really got some runs. It was really important for him to get going. He got runs faster at a very good rate. But again, running in between the wickets at any stage is important. So losing wickets at these stages, a new batsman, is always difficult for you to come and fire right from the word go. MR will continue. So 38 in 12. So that's edged away and that's over the fielder there. In fact, Abhishek just got a hand to it. Will not really mind this. This is great bowling this. And even how sensibly the bowlers have been. See, have a look at that. You've seen one of the batsmen even getting dismissed of his strength. So you as a batsman, if you're getting dismissed of your strength and even of the short balls at a cover point, they were caught. So yes, strengths, if you're getting the batsmen out, let's have a look at that. Have a look at that. Brilliant from the bowlers. That's in the air, bottom of the bat. Wicket keeper underneath. Hey, no, in fact, it is the fielder underneath. He stopped and he takes the catch. The wickets tumble for the EESHA hospitals. Now it's Bharat, the latest casualty. He really had to go for that. The bowling straight and Manoj. The last 8 balls, it has been a dream spell for him. It's only 6 runs he has conceded and taken wickets. It is him riding. The life is a bicycle for him. The life is a roller coaster. And it's just a roller coaster of brilliance for Manoj. He has turned the tides completely. And Bharat just comes and scoring 5 and gone back. Heading back to the pavilion. Simple catch for Nichal. 149 for 6. So yes, it continues. That batting woes really continues. But on the hindsight, even more, it was a very good performance on the forefront. But yes, chasing a target, you really had to do well. Again, the match experiences show really well. One had to really take the responsibility. Again, I really presume even that heavy reliance on one batsman as well will be really damaging. And Sandeep at that point of time as well, he was going very nicely, batting nicely. He had to stay till the end. He was hitting sixes, timing from the meat of the bat. So again, bowling it wider of stumps. That's a wide. So have a look at this. How disciplined has the bowling been? Again, it's just that extras, the matter of the extras between the two teams. So these moments which really put you ahead in the game. So 150 comes up with that. 150 for 6. Dr. Pawan would have been really disappointed with the way he has gone out. So yes, he would have been thinking to have won the match for his team. But he's 35 in 9 from here. A rare wide today. You've seen? Oh, that's nicely played away. Field, yes, nicely stopped there. Well, again, judging the bounce of the ball they're running, it's absolutely impossible to stop that kind of balls. You really want to control the momentum of the ball because once the ball meets the bat, it will be really traveling. Another brilliant over the last 3 overs. What a shot in the air. That's in the air. Two fielders underneath. No man's land. Fahad will throw the ball. And straight to the fielder there. What a throw from the deep. Will never chance the arm of the fast bowlers, isn't it? They're very acrobatic on the field. The key difference is again the fall of the wickets, the areas the bowlers are hitting. And again, even Dr. Suhas's dismissal was barred at the right time. What a start in the power play. They started with almost a great jubilance. 63 in that power play. Well, on the hindsight, we were thinking what a chase it was. So 63 in that power play. So only 17 runs which flowed off the bat after that. So key again, the phases, how you control is really very, very important. So they've been bowling exactly to the field. So an experienced team. Today, Super Titans holding their nerve when it mattered the most. So 19 gone, 156 for 6. The last 2 overs, could you have imagined? The last 2 overs only costing 15 runs. So Manoj ending off on a very high note, conceding only 13 runs. The last over of the match coming up. So they really want to tick all the boxes. So one of the boxes, so good boxes ticked for them. As far as the fielding department is concerned, as far as the approach from the middle order, Sandeep got runs. It's Dr. Pavan again getting some good runs. It's an important statement. So something on the back of the captain's mind would be runs. The runs are not under his belt. And again, it's with the areas that they really have to hit. The middle overs where they have been conceding a lot of runs, the EESHA hospitals, the bowlers would really be mindful of that. The second half, they have conceded over 109 runs. So it's for Dr. Vijay, very, very important. A good, important bowler for the team. Not going for runs, especially the second half has been a nightmare for him. Even in the last match as well, conceding a lot of runs. So they'll be really mindful. So they've really succeeded as well, EESHA hospitals. Good positive to take away. But again, better team today has won. So again, bowling it wider of the stumps again. Mixing the length so well, bowling it back of the length. This is what the right-handers do, especially bowling it round the wicket. The control has been absolutely immaculate to watch from Fahad. And even the control of the lengths as well. They'll be real key. And consistency is the key to success, as I was really talking about. So a lot of them to think, again hitting consistently one area. And the batsmen, it's a fall of wickets as well. While chasing a big target, where the batsman has to stay till the end. And is a fielding as well. We have seen certain misfields and the extras. 4 to 5 talking points, which Dr. Thomas would really want to even think going ahead in the future. In fact, third loss back to back for them in the last 6 matches, but now second loss for the tournament. So 27-3. So the net run rate will matter. Would they want to end on a high? Dr. Pavan would want to definitely go for 2 sixes. Again, waited for that. That's a slow ball. The fielder got to it, but that's gone away for 4. Well, they would really want to they'll really want to just reduce the deficit of runs, reduce the deficit of those losses. It's really hit away nicely for 4. Well, he nicely waited for that, Dr. Vijay, and hits it away for a boundary. Last 2 balls of the innings. So 23-2. The deficit, can it come down very much closer to 15? Again, waited for that. So we have seen the batsmen just coming down the track today as well. So something which was really lacking, even as far as the EESHA hospital was concerned. But on the hindsight, Dr. Pavan, the way he has fielded, the way he has carried on that confidence into his batting, well, simply has been a role model to watch the man. The fitness just told a lot about him. He has shown a great character. But the greatest character has been shown by the batting team. 102 with the bat from Dr. Giri. Yes, in the air, he sliced it. That's over the fielder. And the match will end off. That's really nice fielding. So how the Charishma has been in the start, it has been the same Charishma in the end. So the EESHA hospitals end up with 165 and losing another match. The woes with the bat continue. Well, in fact, second loss in a while. And what a super show from the Titans. The last 5 overs, they've really turned the tides. In the last few overs, they've only conceded a few runs. That has been a lot of deficit. Well, this over as well, they have only conceded 9, and the last 3 overs conceding only 24 runs. So it's a super performance from the Super Titans, and we have ended the day on a high. Dr. Giri being awarded the man of the match. And that's it for the night. And it's Sai Teja signing off.